Radical.
Looky here. Looky here, we got one of these fancy screen recorder uploads. And the purpose of this is actually me informing YouTube that their current system for judging monetization on uploads is quite broken. Now, let me explain what that means. I'm a guy that sometimes uploads, rants. Specifically, this one on people like Gerard the Completionist will never change. That series of uploads was some unreleased audio from late 2020, and in those I used quite a number of curse words. So I fully expected that one to, of course, be limited in its monetization. Now here's what limited means. This video is running limited or no ads due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. It remains fully playable and is eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Premium. That's right. That's correct, YouTube. That is most definitely not something that's suitable for most advertisers. If most advertisers listen to that and be like, man, this guy, this Radical Rick guy, yeah, we don't want to, run advertisements on those uploads. Now, since late 2020, my frustrations kind of subsided. And I just kind of came to terms with the fact that not only is a lot of YouTube broken, but the system that e-beggars use YouTube for to e-beg, all that's broken also. And I could keep beating that horse. Until it's turned into glue, but it's not going to change a single thing about e-begging. So, my frustrations kind of subsided because quite literally, I don't much care about these YouTubers e-begging anymore. Like, I literally don't care, I have kind of moved on. So my issue with YouTube is this most recent upload, my thoughts on the return to YouTube dislikes. I'm trying to figure out exactly what is not suitable in that for advertisers, because there's no salty language whatsoever. It's just me discussing a browser extension to correct something that YouTube messed up. They literally rushed out the like-dislike thing because you look at it and you can notice basically that they rushed it. They didn't think it through. It was a snap decision by YouTube because of the corporations, and they didn't like a lot of dislikes. Oh, you see the checks are running? You see it's running checks. You see that, right? It's checking it. It's checking itself to make sure that it made the right decision. It did not make the right decision by its own, guidelines or just general guidelines. Yeah. So, YouTube is broken in several different ways. And maybe when I say that, maybe YouTube does not like that. Supposedly, let's click this right here, and I'll show you guys what I mean here. Now, I'm clicking on the monetization, and you know what it says? Look here. See if I can scroll up. Okay, can I move this a little bit up? Okay, cool. Yeah, I can move the screen recorder. All right, it says, this video is being reviewed to determine whether it's suitable for most advertisers. Okay, if that's the case, then why aren't you reviewing every single thing that I and others upload? Like, how does YouTube know that it's suitable and not suitable? I don't really get that. I think there's an algorithm here that detects when you change your tone of voice. Has to be what it is, because I didn't curse at all in this upload, but there was a change in my tone of voice when I was, talking about how I'm not a software developer. So apparently this fluctuation in your change of voice is not suitable for advertisers. I'm just curious on the system here. And there's actually people out there that, bless their hearts, they don't have day jobs, and they actually depend on YouTube for their sustenance. So I actually kind of feel bad for a lot of those people, that don't have day jobs, and they depend on things like YouTube ad revenue to actually sustain them. So a lot of this that I'm doing is actually, for them, because a common misconception is about, me, is that I dislike YouTubers in general that have made this hobby into their, full-time job. Although in most cases it's kind of funny And I think it's kind of foolhardy to do that. Uh, no, if they're not e-bagging and they're actually just trying to do it correct and trying to upload videos and just get the ad revenue, then I understand that, you know. Now jumping ahead here, I'm on the request human review page of the completionist video. Well, I got a yellow there, like I said, and I think I earned it. I deserve that yellow because I don't think this is advertiser friendly. But if I want to contest this, I would go to this page here under the video. Request human review. If you are certain that your video, thumbnail, and metadata meet YouTube's advertiser-friendly guidelines, you can request a human review. We prioritize reviews based on a number of signals. I think they prioritize it based on how many views an upload is getting. I think that's what they prioritize it on. They prioritize the channels that have a lot of views over the other channels. So, yeah, I'm not going to request that review. And I'm going to uncheck that box because I proudly deserve the yellow on that. But my issue with this and why I think it's broken is because there's uploads to where people aren't cursing and they meet the guidelines. At least I think what should be the guidelines, unless they actually just, maybe there's certain words that they don't like. Maybe this might get a demonetization because I use the word trash or dislikes. Maybe that's like negative words. Oh, maybe the word negative will be demonetized, you know? YouTube is quickly trying to transform its platform into just an area to where everyone's super happy and super positive, you know? And it's becoming quickly a safe space, you know? So there's a lot I don't like about YouTube. There's a lot of reasons I'm not as passionate for YouTube as I used to be. And a lot of it has to do with YouTube itself making the changes I and many others don't agree with.